Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for a very long time, but I'm back now. And today's video is going to be about hair. So here we go. I started my hair journey in the spring of 2011. I was watching a video on YouTube one day, and of course, while you're on your laptop, there are always videos that are on the side, on the right hand side, that are supposedly related. I think this particular day they weren't related, but anyway, I saw a title and a thumbnail that caught my eye. So I clicked on it, and there was this girl, this little petite girl with this high raised voice, and I was so amazed by her. Her name is You Love Megs, and I was just so amazed by her. I was just amazed that she had grown her hair to that particular length, and at that time my hair was around my shoulders and hers was like right here or so, and she was just trying to grow her hair down to her waist, I believe, at the time. And I was just like, I have to do this. What is she doing? How is she achieving this? So I looked at her video, and she was giving her regimen, and I followed her regimen, not to the T, because at that particular time she was trying different things herself with the different oils and all of that and all of those things. So, but I took the core of it, and I kind of tweaked it to fit me, just like with anything, like a recipe or anything. You make it that one time exact, and then you change it over time, and that's exactly what I did. I changed it to fit me. She also talked about other women here on YouTube who were relaxed. I am relaxed, and I think one woman who she talked about was Kiss 77. I watched some of her videos. And with watching her videos, I also came into contact with, saw videos from a woman named Shima. And her YouTube channel is called Shima Girls. I think it's called Shima Girls, and then there's two channels of hers. Shima Girls and then Shima Hair 21. And from there, I found another girl. Her name was Pretty Witty 77, and oh my goodness, her hair was amazing. And so all of the girls pretty much had the core just down packed. They were pretty much similar. They would just use different hair products. That was the only thing, but it would be the same things. Basically, they were very similar. So it wasn't like a drastic change, and you had to watch one to get this and get that. No, it was pretty much the same. And I was just so amazed by them. And I said to myself, and Shima is the most, to me, she was encouraging the most, because she would just do videos about encouraging the young women not to give up. She would always say, don't give up. I know sometimes you may have a setback, but don't give up. And the other women would too, but Shima really had videos, she would have tons of videos on encouraging our young women, and that was something that I liked about her. And when I started doing my hair regimen, I started seeing a change in my hair as far as the overall health of my hair. And with the health of my hair came the length of my hair. Also, I saw a significant change when I started eating better, because it all starts within. It all starts within your body, what you put in your mouth, and drinking a whole lot of water and just treating your body right. That helps a whole lot. And I do know that there are some women out there whose health is, I don't want to say failing, but it's not 100. And I understand that some women have to take pills and all of those things in order to maintain their health. And sometimes those pills and things, they will hinder them. So when my hair started to grow, I was just like, oh my goodness, it's growing. At first I didn't notice it, but others around me noticed it, noticed the slow change. I think a lot of that had to do with me putting my hair up in buns and doing the heatless curls, the bantu knots, and the cornrows. And after my cornrows are dry from them being damp and all that kind of stuff, because I would do it on damp hair, and I would, after my cornrows had dried, I would take them down, and it would be these curls everywhere. And whenever I straighten my hair, I would see the true length of it, because when you do the curls and the bantu knots and the cornrows, and then take them out, your hair isn't going to be like my hair is right now. When it's straight, it's really, really long. But if I were to do my hair in the cornrows and the bantu knots, my hair would be like up to like here or something like. So that's a drastic change, you know. It's like, you know, like, what happened to all my hair? So that's just, it just is what it is. But anyway, as my hair began to grow, I would go out in public and people would ask me, is that your real hair? And I'm like, yeah, it's my real hair. And, you know, at first, like I said, it didn't bother me. But as time went on, people would come and ask or stop and stare. I don't like the stares. I do not like it when people stare at me, because either ask me or stop staring at me, because it just makes me feel uncomfortable. It's just so uncomfortable to just have somebody just staring at you. Just, it's uncomfortable. So that was just uncomfortable for me to even demonstrate how they look at me. So it would bug me a little bit. I went to the grocery store one day and I had my hair straight. Here, where I live, the cashiers, the girls, they also bag. So one young lady, she was walking me out to my car, and she asked me, she said, is that your real hair? And I was like, yeah, this is my real hair. And I referred her to the girls here on YouTube that I watch, and I was telling her some of the things that I do to my hair, and I told her, you know, do it, you know, like they say, but then you make it your own, and you add more things or you subtract things, you know, according to your hair makeup. And then I knew that they were just curious. Just like I was curious, they were curious as well. And you can't be mad at that, because for so long we've always wanted to grow our hair long. That's just part of being a woman. Wanted to have long, luscious hair, or just to have a whole lot of hair. And that's just what we want. That's just, you know. But I never just went into it and said, well, I never just looked on YouTube and said, I'm just going to do this just because I want long hair, because it's going to make me look pretty and all of that stuff. I always thought I was pretty. I think all women are pretty. I don't think that any woman should ever think that she doesn't look pretty, because she is. We're all pretty in our own way, and that's just what it is. There's beauty. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So it really doesn't even matter what other people think, just as long as you know what you are. It's all about you knowing who you are. That's it. And they were just curious, just like I was. And so I had to dial back that frustration and just realize that people are just curious. And it's almost like, for so long we've been put in a box. Oh, your hair can't grow unless you're mixed, or You always have to be mixed with something. That I don't understand that one bit. Like, why do I have to be mixed with something in order for my hair to grow? I don't understand it. True enough, everybody's mixed with something. But I am an African American young woman, black young woman, woman of color, whichever one you want to call us, okay? And just like all the rest, we can grow our hair the same. And all of the women, just like all of the women on YouTube, you can grow your hair the same as they. As long as you do what they tell you to do and, kind of tweak it to make it what your hair needs and your hair makeup. That's it. It's almost like now, it's kind of like, oh, it's a phenomenon that a black woman of color, African American, and I have to keep reiterating this because people are always saying, oh, I don't want to be referred to as black, I don't want to be referred to as African American or a woman of color. I have to keep reiterating that because some people have they do. Some people have a problem with being called one of those, and so I have to basically cater to them and who will be respectful, if you will. Be respectful of that. And I am. People have their own opinions about things, and it's all about respecting each other. That's it. Someone may not, believe the same things that you believe, but, you are to respect them. And that's how you win them over sometimes, or whatever. By your actions. It's all how you respond and react to others. But anyway. But I had to dial down my frustration about that. And like I said, people think it's a phenomenon that women my color can, grow their hair that long. And it's not hard. And, well, it's not hard, but it is a long process. I've been growing mine since 2011, and it's now 2014. So it's been a while, and I'm still going. I still want to see how far I can go. I want to be butt length one day. Like, I just want to see if it can grow that long. It'll be interesting to see if I can do it. I think that I can. I know that I can. It's just that if I really want to do it, because after a certain point, it can be a little bit much. Now, right now, I'm pretty content with where my hair is right now. It can be, like I said, it can be a little tiring because once your hair starts getting longer and longer, you'll find you get more and more knots in one strand of hair. Like, whenever I comb through my hair, even without it being wet or anything like that, I would find little knots, and I would actually have to cut those things out because sometimes you can't always unravel them. As in one strand of hair, just imagine in one strand of hair you had a knot that was just so tight and you just did not want to cut it out, but you have to because it just won't come out without you cutting it. But those are just some of the problems that can occur. It happens, and it does happen all the time. It does, I'm not gonna lie. It does happen a lot. But those are the things that just come along with it. But it can be tiring sometimes. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. But keep it up. Keep going. Don't give up. And once you reach the length that you want to reach, it's amazing. And you'll feel good that it was something that you set out to do and you accomplished it. Just like with anything that you set out to do, whether it's graduating or or running and getting first place, or just doing a marathon and you finishing the race and or whatever, or working out and losing the pounds that you wanted to shed. It's all about work. It's work, no matter what. But it's very rewarding in the end, and it just feels great. It just feels great. But to my brown skinned girls, to my chocolatey girls, to my light brown girls, I want to tell you that you can do whatever you want to do. You can be whoever you want to be. Don't let anyone tell you that you cannot. For so long we've heard, well, you can't grow your hair that long. And you can't. Yes, you can. I'm a living testimony to that. So many other women here on YouTube are a testimony to that. And I just can't stress it enough. I just cannot stress it enough. It's just so sad that, and a lot of it has to do with us too. A lot of it has to do with us because we're always wearing extensions and all of those kinds of things, and when we take all of that off, our hair is most of the time it's not that long, and it's kind of like well, we don't see it, so when we finally do see it, we don't believe it. They don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And we as African Americans are so hard on African Americans, women of color, Black. We are so hard on ourselves at times, and we have to realize that we can do whatever we want. We can be whoever we want. We don't have to have extensions all of the time. We don't have to do all of those extra things. And I think that we just have to believe. You just have to believe in you. That's it. You just have to believe in you. And once you get it up here, it will manifest. It'll become true. It'll come into fruition. And you'll be so happy. You'll be so amazed at what you have done. And I'm amazed at what I have done as well. I've been growing my hair out for a very, very long time, but I've never really stopped to think of where I was and where I am now. I just never really, I see my hair long right now, long at this moment. It's not combed or anything, but it's very long right now. But you know what? I just never really stopped to even take it all in. I was just doing it. I was just going through the motions. So I would advise anyone who's going to do a hair journey to stop and enjoy each moment, because I don't think that I did. I really don't. I really and truly don't. Wow. All of a sudden, I just realized that I was at this point. It was just, it's not that it went by fast or anything. It was just that I was just trying to achieve something. I just didn't enjoy the moment. I didn't enjoy the process. I didn't take the time out to enjoy the process. It was just like I was doing it one day and all of a sudden, here I am. You know. I mean, I was enjoying it when my hair was growing longer, when I noticed it, but I should have documented my journey. That's what I should have done. But I didn't want to turn my channel into that because I didn't want to make it seem like I was copying or anything like that. But I do understand that people like variety and people like to see how other people do things all of the time as well. But anyway, women, you can do whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want to do. You can be a doctor, lawyer, an entrepreneur, whatever you want to do, a housewife, or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be, you can be that and you can do that. All you have to do is believe it up here. That's all you have to do. And until next time, bye.